Hey everyone, this is Miss Carpenter. I'm coming to you live from my house. If I get tickled, it's because my daughter is behind the camera and she's constantly laughing at me. I wanted to come today. This is my very first video, and I'm going to steal a phrase from a friend that I saw last night that had posted her video to her class. I hope this is as awkward for you as it is for me. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started. The first video that I'm bringing you today is a video about structured learning tasks. Structured learning tasks are a great way for our students to be able to visually see what they need to do and understand the directions of how to do it. You know, a lot of our kids do not understand a lot of this, and that sometimes is a problem for me. I know, because I like to talk a lot. But if we can remember in all of this that let's do a little bit more visuals and a little bit less talking. Today I want to start out just by showing you a very simple work task box. I have pulled a box from basically the garbage can. So I'm sure you have some at home. Other boxes you may have at home may be those Amazon boxes that keep just magically appearing at your door. I don't know how they get there, but somehow they do. I think there's like an Amazon ferry or something. But anyway, so I have just grabbed this box. I think this was my husband's Nike shoes or something. I don't know. But it's a good box. These Nike boxes are great because they're real sturdy and they don't tear easily, and the lids are usually connected. So you can keep all of your work into one container. You can also use other things. You can use baskets. You can use Tupperware, old Tupperware containers, things like this. Anything that you have at your house, just look around and see what you have. There's no rules, and it's all up to you what you have. So today I'm going to show you how to take this box and turn it into a learning task. Now this is a very simple learning task. It's probably one that we teach first because it is so simple, and it's just to get the student used to knowing what they are going to do. So it's called a simple put-in task. And when I look at this, I think, okay, I want my student to be able to see the task and not be distracted by anything on it. If you would like, you could put a piece of paper over this. If you have materials at home, wrapping paper that's solid, you could tape this on, you can glue it on, but remember it needs to be something that will adhere and that will not easily pull off, because the student can get very distracted by that. So the next thing I want to show you is how we set this up. First of all, I want to think about my student and what my student can do. So if I'm thinking about a basic early learner and his skills or her skills, I think about, can they actually pick up an object? Can they grasp something? Can they release something? Is this something that I have to do hand over hand? And you may. So looking around my house, I was trying to find objects that were safe and objects that were big enough for a student to hold. And I found these cool egg pillows. I don't know if you have seen these, but these are, if you're baking and you want to get your eggs out of the refrigerator to get them to room temp, you can just set your little eggs on them. They're real cool. They're some kind of squishy, got the little beads in them. But I thought this would be a great material to use for this task. Now, when I'm setting up a put-in task, I want to make sure that all my materials are secured in place. So if I wanted to think about how can I secure these to the box, and I'm always working left to right, so it'll be kind of opposite for you. So I think I'm going to start on this side so it looks like it's left to right for you. And I would say, how can I put these on here to stabilize them? You can do it several ways. If you have some old butter containers, sour cream containers, little baskets, something like that that you could easily put on and secure is good. So something like that. And then I had some tape here. I'm just going to use this tape to secure this. Of course, this is not the best idea. I do have some other glue and things at the house, but I just wanted to think about basic things that you might have. So I'm securing this to my box, just like this. Remember, we're going left to right, just like a reading progression. I also want to plug in, I love this. This is typically what shows up at my door. It's Velcro. This is on Amazon. I think there are 500 pieces of Velcro for around 12 bucks. Very good materials to use for connecting materials to your task box. Okay, so now that I have my pieces, what my student is actually going to grasp right here, I need to think about what I want them to put it in. Okay, you can do this a few different ways. You can secure another container just like that. Very simple. Put in is the simple directive. Put in. You may have to model this for your child. Your child may look at this and know exactly what to do. Either way. Another thing you can do is cut a slot out of your box for your container to slide into. That is a good way to stabilize your material. Be careful when you're doing this. Don't use anything too sharp, but sharp enough to cut a little hole. And I'm probably going to look at this and say the hole is not big enough, and I'm probably going to have to readjust. But you don't want your hole to be too big because your bowl will slide. But there you go, a simple cut, put your material in. Now, if I want my child to do this, I'm simply going to set it in front of my child, and I'm going to say, okay, put in, and you may have to model it. Now remember, this should be a review skill for your child. Your child probably already knows how to do that, and that's okay. But again, I look at this and I want to say, okay, does the student understand what he or she is supposed to do? Does the student understand when she is finished or he is finished? And can this child do this independently? Some of our kids can, some of them can't. That's okay. But anyways, this is just a simple put-in task. Now, if I wanted to levelize this, let's just say this is too easy for your kid. It may be. I don't know. I mean, I do know for my kids, but for anyone else out there, you might want to say, how can I make this a little bit more challenging for my kid? You can use simple put-in task to do all kind of skill levelization. You can teach them all kinds of new skills with this. For example, if I have a child that is able to match letters, and we are working on basic discrimination. Here's one of those Amazon boxes I was telling you about, just shows up. I probably would cover this because it looks a little distracting, and I've just got white plain paper that I'm covering it with. And I tried to look around my house for some things that I have. And one thing I have is a Scrabble game. Guess what Scrabble has in it? All kinds of letter tiles, materials already made that you can use. So, Scrabble also comes with these neat little trays. So again, working left to right, I'm kind of doing this backwards to help you see what you can do. Kind of giving you the mirror of it.
That's not left.
I know. Is it looking at right? Yeah, this will be on the right.
But you said left to right.
Yes, because I'm going to work left to right for you. If I point to this side, is it left?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I want.
But you said...
That's what I want. Just chill. That's what I want. Okay, so again, I want a way to stabilize my materials. I can tape these little trays down. I can even tape these little tiles to the back. I'm thinking of what you might have around the house. You may have something stronger. I don't know. It's up to you. Then I'm going to have some way to have my little letter tiles over here. And probably something like this would be okay. A little simple tray. And then your simple directive is match tiles, match letters. And your child would take the letter and put it beside the matching letter. Very simple. If your child is spelling, think about how you could use this for spelling. If I wanted to spell, the child to spell the word at. And I had all my other letter tiles over here. The child was simply A-T and spell it also. And it's a matching spell. You could actually put a picture of something like a cat and have your C-A-T mixed in letter tiles over here and have the child spell C-A-T for cat. Some of our kids can do that. Another simple task might be